going now?
Now we're going to meet our ladies and go join the chef in the Grand Hotel du Cap kitchen for a cooking class of our e-cookbook.
Perfect, I'll follow you.
Let's go. Ready?
Yeah. We're gonna give an e-cookbook to everybody. And we're going to cook one of the recipes from the e-cookbook today. Mom, we're on our way to the kitchen with all of our beautiful ladies.
Oh, really? I do.
This is where it happens.
Behind the scenes.
Here we are. Ready?
Ready or not? Look at that.
They're equipping themselves. Sonia putting on her apron. Putting yours.
Ta-da!
How chic is this?
She's ready.
Really chic.
Chic.
Giovanna, how ready are you? Giovanna.
Giovanna wants the hat.
Yeah, I need a hat. My name is
Oh, look. How could she be sexy even in her apron? Look.
Okay, ready?
ready.
Take a nice picture of that. That will look fabulous.
We should take
You do.
So we smell like we're gonna page 5. First of all, our spice is right here. As you can see, it's been used already
Page
by
5?
the chef. Simply the best. We're going to page 5. Here I explain all of our spices. We're making for lunch for you today the kefta style veal meatball.
Wow.
That's what we're preparing. It should take us about 20 minutes or less.
Great. Oh wow.
Tout le monde en veut maintenant.
For all of us.
Everyone's ready.
Oh wow. Let me pronounce that for you
Do
specially.
it again.
Fabulous.
Please do it again. We're doing that. Everybody
What did she just say? She just said what?
Darling, you just look fabulous.
I love it. It takes 15 minutes to prepare and about 20 minutes to cook. So you can go do other stuff while it's cooking because obviously you cannot stir meatballs. I pick always veal when I can. We tend to eat a little bit less red meat. We have red meat about once a week. So when we want to change it up with protein, the best way is to choose meats that are lean and that are healthier. Veal obviously is very lean and it's healthier. The French kind, as you can see, has very little fat. So you have to really use a lot of spices in it to kind of give it texture. We're going to use also some inulin. The chef has already prepared the perfect dosage for me. And at some point, Savannah is going to come and cut some garlic because that's what she does best. Unless they've already prepared, I think you're safe.
Today.
We have our Russell Hanout, which also, so this is why you don't need any breadcrumbs. Most people will put egg and breadcrumbs, which really makes meatballs an unhealthy kind of food and heavy food. We have none of that. We have the Russell Hanout, all of you know, 30 pungent spices that come from Morocco. I did not invent it, I just sourced the best one. There are two kinds. You have two kinds of families in Morocco. The kind of families that like a little bit of nutmeg and a little bit of cinnamon in their Russell Hanout. And the other families kind of like the more fennelly and celery tasty like. My family is more on the warm side, so they liked cinnamon and nutmeg. So our Russell Hanout is a little bit sweeter and very spicy. Some of you have that at home already.
I love it. I use it all the
So
time.
this is mine. I sell this.
Wow.
I source
Smells
it from
delicious.
Marrakech.
Would you like to try?
And it has 30 pungent spices in it, so 30 different spices.
So this is your own mixture, right?
That's my family mixture.
Okay.
So we sourced it from a vendor.
Not in her usual kitchen, but she could still operate. There is my cumin, my inulin, garlic and parsley, our spice.
The chef sourced, of course, south of France tomato sauce, very organic, and the veal, which is very lean. As you can see, French veal is so lean. There's just enough fat, just enough, just a little bit, that is good for your skin, for collagen production, and we're ready to go.
Making these.
In Morocco, you can find them in the supermarket, and usually for a tiny one, they will cost about $10, so it's quite expensive. So sometimes, yeah, I brought some back, and it's expensive. It's just an expensive flour. There are even some fake ones on the market, which is from corn flour. But when you go to buy it, my not even my source for Rasa Hanout actually showed us. We have a video, I'll repost it again. It showed us how putting a little water on, you know it's the real one. So the chef has it in its more, I want to say, more affordable but also easy to use version. If I can figure out how to open it. Okay. They probably took the ligaments and grounded them themselves. I can see it. As you can see, my finger already came yellow, and I might need Clorox to remove the coloring. Wow. Yellow or red? It really becomes like orangey. Oh, okay. Not bright red. Yeah, it's just a fruit that looks red for me. So the way to prepare it is to use, like I told you, we try to not cook olive oil, but we're just going to use it a little bit to break down the molecule. And you'll be happy when you see that I used all of this saffron. And you add boiling water. And then we're going to leave this on the side. This will be our base. This is what will prevent us from having to use oil to cook. So I will put a little bit of oil at the end when it's ready, so you can enjoy the benefits of olive oil, but not the fat of it. Exactly. So I'm gonna put some gloves, a bit of pepper, but it's okay because the spices will take care of that for us. Now, one of the basic spices that you use in Moroccan cuisine, whether you're making a lentil soup, which we will have this week, which is my harira, it's in there and we have it on the menu, is cumin. So you can use cumin in a carrot salad with a little bit of honey. You can use it in the Moroccan beetroot salad with lemon. And you also could use it in meats. Anything that's like a kefta or a kebab or a sort of shawarma, you will have a little bit of cumin. So there's a little bit of cumin, and I make my shawarma with the Ras El Hanout. Ras El Hanout has cumin in it. Most of the time, Morocco sources it from India. It always has. Let me move my hair out of the way. You don't want my hair in your food. So I'm gonna start with the cumin. And you use quite a bit of it. Wow. It smells amazing.
Yeah.
Also, the texture of all these spices, people tend to use a lot of flour and a lot of egg, but spices have an amazing texture.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's very Moroccan. When I smell it, I feel like I would be back in Marrakesh. Oh, take me back, please.
I'll take you back today.
Please.
I'm going to transport you to Morocco today.
Yeah, we're going to
belly
Marrakesh.
dancing, you know.
I could do it. Savannah could do it.
Fabulous.
That's the nutmeg. Technically, I said this to you yesterday, when you go to the souk or to the Medina in Morocco and you ask them for Ras El Hanout, the guy goes, "Oh, my gazelle." Even if you don't know how to cook, with this, your husband will think you know how to cook. So it works magic. So now I can act like I know how to cook. A lot. in here, it will tell you to use, I don't even know, I wrote this thing, but I don't even know how much it tells you to use. Simply the best, 2.5 tablespoons. I'm not going to use the tablespoon. I'm just gonna
dump it.
throw it in because that's what I go with coloring. You have to understand that my Moroccan cooking comes from my memories as a child of seeing my grandmother, my aunts, my mother cooking. So it's kind of like I just go with the coloring and how it should look and how it should feel and how it should smell. And also, I'm not a fucking accountant, so I don't know how to add shit up and I don't know how to measure shit.
Her favorite sentence, in case no one has noticed.
So now we have all of that in. It's as simple as that. I'm going to add our inulin. We're going to add fiber. They do this. I think he sabotaged me. Freaking sabotaged me. Like, this bitch wants to cook instead of me. So here he's put all the dosage for me. The way that we dosed it, and that I'm kind of careful with because we don't want you to spend the day in the bathroom either, even though it's not a laxative. But he dosed it for the amount of people that are going to eat it. I'm gonna put a little less though, just to be sure. And then I'm just gonna put just a tad of oil to kind of bind it. Exactly. It could.
Getting our hands dirty.
Getting my gloves dirty. Just making sure. Now I want to add a little more because I feel like it needs just a little bit more color. And I want a little bit more. Like that. Now spices have all types of anti-inflammatory benefits, so that's why I don't worry and I put it. Also, when we call it spices, it's not hot spices, so normally none of those will have acid agents that may upset your stomach. If anything, they might neutralize the acid from the tomato sauce, which is what we want. It sweetens it a little bit.
Smells good.
I'm gonna let you smell it. So it's ready. There's inulin in it. I might add a little more, we'll see. Maybe not. But I'll let you smell it.
Time of truth.
Should smell like a kefta.
Already,
When it
without even
smells
cooking.
better.
Yes. Smells super good. Smells like home.
So now, I would like a bigger pot. Maybe we'll make just a few to show you because the pots are not huge. So. Somebody want to try? Gloves, come on. You wanted the chef hat.
I just want to look the part. I like situational dressing.
Anybody wants to try?
You want to try?
Sure.
I wanted to do
Amalia wants to
I
try.
had to go get like a whole outfit before I even went into the like sand dunes because I wanted like a turban and all these things.
No, you made us put these chef hats on, so now you have to own it,
Situational
Giovanna.
dress.
Do you want to try?
If I go on a boat, I need like the captain's hat and like all nautical.
We're getting down and dirty.
Yeah. And now Giovanna has to play the parts, and she wanted the hat so much.
Let's go. Show us your meatballing skills.
We can hold
You
it.
can roll.
Devant dans la
Oui,
salade.
devant avec le fibre de.
This is a big ball.
That's a big ball.
It's
She
a
likes big
ball.
balls.
I like big balls. So I'm not saying.
Sonia's behind us and she's like a little bit more conservative, always going, I can't believe she just cursed.
Yeah.
Sorry for all my cursing.
Okay. Here we
Okay,
go.
good.
This
Yay,
ball is for Sonia.
perfect.
I want her to eat my ball.
Let's go.
Look how perfect. Okay, now all of them are gonna go.
You're welcome.
Vous voulez faire une petite boulette? Allez. Let me get some gloves for Aurélien.
Ah, voilà.
This is apéro.
Perfect. Put it in.
Perfect. Look at
It's the perfect
everyone.
bowl.
It's the perfect ball. Everyone's making these perfect balls.
Your turn, Amalia.
Your turn.
Okay.
Your knowledge is so incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, great.
I love to transmit it. I
Yes,
really
you're
like
good.
to
You're good.
transmit it.
It shows. You're doing so good.
You want to roll it? You want to feel it? You want to love it?
I love this.
You're up on
You
that.
want to sexify it?
You're up on that.
Guys, look how, wow, these balls are looking great.
Wow.
On est prêt?
Allez.
Allez.
Okay, now he's getting a try.
Alors, voilà. Allez-y. Il en a
va
peut-être
être
un peu. Il a faim, il a faim. Come on. C'est bon, parfait. Et on roule. Parfait.
J'ai fait ça toute ma vie,
Vous avez senti l'odeur?
Yeah.
Vous avez senti l'odeur? Ça sent bon?
Ça sent super bon.
C'est pas la peine de mentir.
Non, non, mais
Telling her, she knows. She's got it.
Perfect.
Sonia, you look like a professional ball
Yeah,
maker.
It's like
I'm the perfectionist.
She mastered the ball.
matzo ball.
Perfect.
There you
matzo
go.
ball. We have. I forgot.
Already.
I have an Ashkenaz in my kitchen. I forgot. Okay, so because I'm always a little bit extra, I like to make sure, just a little, and I'm going to sprinkle just a little, so it could go in the sauce as well. That's what I want. Coriander. I love coriander like that. It's very rare that we can find it this way. It's gonna go in there. And I'm also going to, you remember how I saved, yes, we want it in the sauce. And it will mix nicely. Are we hungry?
Who's excited for these?
I'm excited.
I think everyone.
And now we're gonna switch over to the other side. I'm taking my saffron mix with me.
The touch of oil.
The oil is already
Right,
in
right,
there,
I got
so
it.
it's not gonna go in there until it's ready. And there you go.
There you have it.
Already not done yet.
Oh, really? Oh, that's true.
And then when does the tomato sauce come?
Now.
Now. So you don't heat up the oil separately.
Do you
No.
buy the sauce?
That's
Yeah, you buy the sauce. You always make sure that it's like sourced well. This one comes from Imperia, which is, I said actually that it came
Tomato sauce
now.
now. So you don't heat up the oil separately.
Do you
No.
buy the sauce?
That's
Yeah, you buy the sauce. You always make sure that it's like sourced well. This one comes from Imperia, which is, I said actually that it came from Provence because usually they do. But actually this one is sourced from Imperia, which is in Italy, 20 minutes away from Italy. We buy a lot of our produce there, like mozzarella, what do we buy there? Like a lot of our cold cuts we buy there. We buy a lot of stuff in Imperia.
One fluff, and that's why you're.
You can see it's already cooking. The chef's fire is like on fire. You don't need much more. The most important part when you do this is to never touch the balls. Never touch them. Just keep on moving them. You're gonna see it does its job. We'll move them around a little more once they're ready. I don't know what the fire is, but
You want it hotter?
no. I would like to lower it a little bit actually.
He heated it like very.
Why? I hope I'm doing this right. But you can see it's already shaping back. You never touch the balls. In the bedroom you do, but you never do in the kitchen. Don't touch the balls.
Do you have to read my mind again?
I swear I looked at you and I knew that you were going to say that. I'm like, you know what, I have to say it. I don't know how to say fabulous, but I know how to say
You
it.
will get it, my bad.
But look how beautiful they are. All of you are pros. None of them broke. You see that?
That's really good.
And they don't need a lot of cooking. You don't want to overcook your meat. Americans overcook their meat and take away all of the nutrients. That's why in France, even when you ask for meat well done, you'll get a little bit of a rosy meat on the inside because all of the nutrients are in the meat, so you don't want to cook it. But look, this the mozzarella ball we're comparing. So it can cook from like 15 to 20 minutes.
And mint,
no more
no,
than
basil
that.
or mint?
Basil.
Basil and then beans.
You're gonna have those string beans. They're on the menu. I don't know if it's today, but those are the string beans and the à l'étouffée, which means that you only cook them covered. À l'étouffée, you smother them for about 4 minutes. But it's kind of looking like it. And you guys made the right size. Look. Everybody's
the same.
played.
It's like.
They're growing.
So you sew very simple ingredients. You don't need to be adding no mysterious powder. You don't need to be putting breadcrumbs. You don't need to be putting anything like that. Eggs, flour. You don't need any of that. This is your e-cookbook, so you'll have the recipe. You
So
can do
20 minutes.
20 minutes, no more than that. But I have a feeling that the professional
Stove is faster.
so you sew very simple ingredients. You don't need to be adding no mysterious powder. You don't need to be putting breadcrumbs. You don't need to be putting anything like that. Eggs, flour. You don't need any of that. This is your e-cookbook, so which means that you only cook them covered. À l'étouffée, you smother them for about 4 minutes. But it's kind of looking like it. And you guys made the right size. Look. Everybody's the same.
It's like
They're growing.
Look, they did not burn. Nothing happened. And there you have it.
that is seriously easy.
Seriously easy. And delicious.
Seriously good, yeah.
Okay, let's try.
Now I just want to eat them.
And here you go. There you have it.
Here you have it.
Bravo.
Do we want to try now? Are you guys in the mood or should we wait for lunch?
We can try.
I want to try. Yeah. We just did it. Feeling accomplished.
Did I win my ad? Did I earn it?
Yes.
You all did. You guys can make meatballs.
We're all trying now.
A little bit.
Oh,
Hmm?
it's really good.
We're waiting for the reaction.
Yeah, exactly what I'm doing.
She's tasting every little.
Did you try every bowl?
Do you like it?
Did you try every ball? That's a good question.
The sauce is very delicate, it's full of flavor. It's lovely. It's just perfectly balanced.
Good.
It's really nice.
Does it taste clean?
Totally.
Because you would think that meatballs and sauce would be like
No,
a
but
very
the sauce,
heavy
you
food.
poured so many different things in it, but it's balanced.
Here, here are the kefta balls that we prepared.
It's definitely the way to do it.
Tomato
You're you when you're doing this. You're not someone's daughter.
Here are kefta meatballs.
Right after it's sort of like
Yeah, of course. I didn't digest. Well, you know how we prepared it now, so it's